That dark, mushy spot on the bottom of your almost ripe pepper is called blossom end rot, and it can ruin half your harvest. The garden center sells a $15 bottle of calcium magnesium supplement to fix it. But the real solution is in your kitchen trash right now, and it is completely free. In the next 7 minutes, you are going to learn how to use a handful of eggshells to prevent blossom end rot and guarantee a bigger, healthier pepper harvest this season. There is nothing more frustrating than waiting 2 months for a beautiful bell pepper, only to watch it rot from the bottom up just days before you can pick it. It feels like a total waste of time and garden space. The solution growers often reach for is a chemical spray or a liquid feed, but you can solve this problem before it even begins with a simple scrap you produce every week. That solution is the humble eggshell. Adding them to your planting hole provides a slow-release source of calcium all season long, which is the key to stopping blossom end rot and ensuring your plants can produce pounds of healthy fruit. First, we will cover why this works. Then, exactly how to prepare the shells. And finally, how to apply them when you plant for the best results this season. So, what is it about an eggshell that a pepper plant needs? It's all about calcium. An eggshell is made of about 95% calcium carbonate. This is the same essential mineral found in pricey garden supplements designed to stop blossom end rot. Calcium is critical for plants to build strong cell walls. When a plant can't get enough calcium, the cells in the fastest growing parts, like the blossom end of a developing pepper, fail to form properly. They collapse, and the result is that classic ugly rot that ruins the fruit. Now, it's not always because your soil has zero calcium. Often, the problem is that the calcium isn't available to the plant when it needs it most, especially during periods of rapid growth or inconsistent watering. By adding crushed eggshells directly to the planting hole, you create a direct, long-term supply of calcium right in the root zone. As the shells slowly break down over the season, they release that calcium in a form the plant roots can absorb. This is your insurance policy. It ensures that when your pepper plant starts setting fruit and its calcium demand skyrockets, the supply is right there waiting for it. Preparing the shells is the most important step, and it is very simple. All you need are your leftover eggshells. Start collecting them in a bowl or an old yogurt container on your counter. When you have 5 or 6, it's time to process them. First, give them a quick rinse under the tap to wash away any remaining egg white. This is an important detail, as the residue can attract pests or get moldy in the soil. One common mistake is using unwashed shells. Taking 10 seconds to rinse them prevents problems later. Next, you need to dry them completely. You can just leave them on a paper towel on the counter for a day or two until they are brittle. Or, to speed things up, you can bake them. The next time you are baking something, just toss the shells on a small tray and put them in the oven after you turn it off. The residual heat will make them bone dry and sterile in about 15 minutes. Now, for the crucial part, crushing them. Do not just toss whole eggshell halves into your garden. They can take years to break down, releasing their calcium far too slowly to help this year's pepper plants. You need to increase the surface area. The easiest method is to put the dry shells in a durable plastic bag, seal it, and use a rolling pin or a heavy bottle to crush them into small pieces, about the size of coarse sand. For even faster results, you can use an old coffee grinder or a blender to turn the shells into a fine powder. The finer the powder, the more quickly the soil microbes can go to work and make that calcium available to your plant's roots. With your crushed eggshells ready, you can head out to the garden. This method is done at planting time, so it's perfect for this weekend if you are putting your pepper seedlings in the ground. Dig your planting hole as you normally would, making it a little deeper and wider than the pot your seedling is in. Before you place the plant, add the eggshells. The perfect amount is roughly 1 tablespoon of crushed shells, or the equivalent of about 2 to 3 eggs per plant. Sprinkle the crushed shells directly into the bottom of the hole. Then, using your hand or a trowel, mix them into the soil at the base of the hole. This ensures the roots will grow right into that calcium-rich zone. Place your pepper plant in the hole, backfill with soil, and water it in well. That is all there is to it. You have just provided a season-long nutrient supply that cost you nothing. Be aware, while eggshells are fantastic for calcium, They are not a complete fertilizer. Your peppers will still need a source of nitrogen and phosphorus to thrive, which they can get from compost you mix into your soil at the same time. So what can you expect to see? This is a preventative measure, so the result is the wonderful absence of a problem. 4 to 6 weeks after planting, you will notice your pepper plants are building strong, sturdy stems with vibrant, dark green leaves. This is a direct sign that the plant has enough calcium to build healthy cell structure from the very beginning. Around week 8 to 10, your first peppers will start to form and swell. This is the moment of truth. Go out and inspect the bottom of those tiny developing fruits. You will see healthy, smooth green skin. There will be no sign of that telltale, water-soaked, light brown spot that signals the start of blossom end rot. By your main harvest time in August or September, the payoff becomes clear. Instead of inspecting your peppers and finding 40 or 50% of them are unusable due to rot, you are picking firm, crisp, and completely healthy fruit. One single, healthy pepper plant, free from the stress of calcium deficiency, can easily produce 2 to 4 pounds of beautiful peppers. When you multiply that across several plants, you are talking about a significant increase in your total harvest, all because of an eggshell. So instead of losing half your pepper crop to rot, or spending $15 on a bottle of liquid calcium, you used a free resource from your kitchen. A few handfuls of eggshells, applied once at planting time, can mean the difference between a frustrating harvest and pounds of perfect, crisp peppers from every single plant you grow. If this video saved you from one mushy pepper, subscribe to the Free Garden and ring the bell so you never miss another tip for growing more food for free. Our next video will show you 3 common lawn weeds you can actually eat. Let me know in the comments below. What's the one pepper variety you're most excited to grow this year?